Hi everybody, in this video I'm going to try to do all four of these quickly now because I've already done like six or seven videos. I think seven. Kind of breaking everything down, so if you watch the first seven you should be okay with me going a little bit faster now. If you're not okay, then go watch those. Okay, so this is already a quadratic type. It's already equal to 0. I'm going to factor it. That means I get 2 sine theta and sine theta, because first times first has to be 2 sine squared. I get 1 and 1. And if this ends up not working, it would just mean it's not factorable. I got to use quadratic formula. My outer is 2 sine theta. My inner is 1 sine theta. I need positive 1. So this is positive. That's negative. And now I use, and this, if you're in pre-calc, like this is algebra, okay? All I did was factor. And now I'm just saying equals 0. No rocket science, okay? So if you need to press pause and get your bearings, then you press pause and get your bearings, okay? I'm not doing any pre-calc really yet, okay? I'm just applying algebra to something with trig in it. That's all it is. Now, if I add 1, divide by 2, you have sine theta is a half. And then if I subtract 1, I get sine theta equals negative 1. Then you ask yourself the magical question. The sine of what angle is a half? And the directions say I only want answers between 0 and 2 pi. So I get pi over 6 and 5 pi over 6. That's it. And then the sine of what angle is negative 1? I get 3 pi over 2. And that's it. I'm done. That's the end of number 9. Next, number 5. I could divide both sides by 5. You could also distribute the 5 and solve from there. But if I divide by 5, I think it's a little cleaner. Sine theta plus 1 equals 1. Subtract 1 from both sides. And you have sine theta equals 0. And then you ask yourself the sine of what angle between 0 and 2 pi equals 0. The y value is 0 here and here. So that's theta equals 0, 0 pi or 0. And theta equals pi. We don't need to put 2 pi because the directions say, here it doesn't say it, but we're going to assume because 99.9% of the time it looks like this. 2 pi is not included, okay? If the directions were unclear like that, I would err on the side of caution and list both. But that's your answers right there. Moving on to number 11. Number 11, I'm going to combine like terms. This is more like the very first example where we're going to collect like terms. So I'm going to subtract tan theta on both sides. And that's going to give me 6 tan theta equals 3 root 3. Tan theta will equal 3 root 3 over 6, which, careful, they're setting you up, you know. This is really tan theta equals not root 3 over 3, but root 3 over 2. And that is not on the unit circle. So where between 0 and 2 pi is tan positive? Here and here. We want answers in radians. So I'm going to bust out the calculator like I did in the last video to demonstrate this one, even though it's not on your midterm. So if that's what we're looking at, we're not there right now. Okay, here I am. I'm going to do a couple things. I'm going to hit clear. And I'm going to switch my calculator into radians. It's going to give me a decimal for my answers. It's not going to give you answers with pi in it. You'll live, okay? Then let's also scooch this up over here. And then I'm going to scooch that just so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the tan inverse of both sides. When I take the tan inverse of both sides, so tan inverse here, it gets rid of the tan. And then tan inverse here, because I can't do it in my head. So you really are looking at the fact that theta equals the tan inverse of square root of 3 over 2. Okay? So tan inverse of root 3 over 2. So I'm going to go over here, and that's when we hit funky function, and I want to do tan inverse. So again, tan is great because opposite over adjacent. There's no rules. Anything goes. Now, careful typing. We want square root of 3. So I'm going to go back to main 3. Now, you might have to move over. So I'm going to hit the arrow, which is over here. So I moved it over if you're using the internet calculator because I had to get the cursor out from under the radical. Okay. So right now, yeah, you should see the cursor's in there. If I hit it back in, do you see it's like under the radical now? Okay. Root 3, I'm in the parenthesis of what I'm taking tan inverse of, so I'm good, over 2. Now let me backspace for a second. Here's 3. I kid. There's root 3 over 3. That 0.52359, that is pi over 6. That's what that is. Okay? Then if it was just root 3 or root 3 over 1, right? Root 3, that 1.04, that's pi over 3. Okay? So you're not going to see your radian answers on a calculator like this cute little pi over 3, right? So if you bust out a calculator for a question you could do in your head, it's going to look super scary, okay? But anyhow, I'm going to backspace the 1. It's root 3 over 2. So this measure, 0.7, right? 0.7 is somewhere between 30 and 60 degrees. It's somewhere between pi over 6 and pi over 3. So that is my one answer in quadrant 1. So I'm going to go out 4 decimal places because it's a radian. So let's go 4. 0.7137. So I'm going to go over here. You guys can still see the screen. Theta equals 0.7137. So that is quadrant 1. I want the answers between 0 and 2 pi. So I need another answer in quadrant 3 because it's also positive there in quadrant 3. How do I get an answer in quadrant 3? Well, that's my reference angle. You get it by adding pi plus that. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to do plus pi. Pi should be here. It's better to use the pi button, especially because we went out 4 decimal places. So it's here in func. Pi. Oh no. Oh no. Look where it went. This calculator is so dumb. All right. So that was the answer I wanted. Now I'm going to put my cursor here. There we go. There's that answer. You would normally, I don't know, this calculator is terrible. Plus func pi. And there it is. So that's bigger than pi because pi is 3.14. That's 3 point, I'm still going to go 4 decimal, 3.855. So oh, 4 decimals, so 5, 5, 3. And there you go. Those are the answers here and here. They're between 0 and 2 pi, which is 6.28. That's in quadrant 3. That's in quadrant 1. That's where tan's positive. We are good to go. And there you have your little gift of some calculator question. It's 7 minutes, so the next one, can I still do? Yeah. So let's shut off our calculator. We're on fire. We did 3 questions already. So we're on this last one over here. Switch color. Let's do green. Nope. Let's do orange. Okay. Here, I'm going to factor GCF, so cosine theta can come out. What's left is 2 sine theta plus 1 is 0. 0 product property, set that equal to 0, and 2 sine theta plus 1 equals 0. Where does cosine equal 0? Cosine equals 0 at pi over 2, and cosine equals 0 at 3 pi over 2. So I have 2 answers, 1 and 2. And then 2, subtract 1, divide by 2. So sine theta is negative 1/2 when theta equals 7 pi over 6, and when theta equals 11 pi over 6. Oh my, I'm not on the screen. There you are. Done. 4 examples, 8 minutes, 25 seconds. So hopefully you are following along. The directions matter. I didn't need to do plus 2 pi n because it was just a regular theta, and I wasn't doing all angles answers. I was just getting the ones between 0 and 2 pi, and I could do those in my head. No calculator questions are on the midterm. And that's it for now. Can I do 2 more in under 10? What do you guys think? I think so. Let's just do it because I don't want to start a new video if I don't have to. Okay, solve for all solutions in radians. So that means 2 cosine theta is 1 cosine theta is 1/2. So that means over a little here and here. All solutions in radians. So that means theta equals, well, one answer is pi over 3. And to do all answers, plus 2 pi n, where n is an element in the set of integer. And then the other one is down there. What is that? 5 pi over 3, also plus 2 pi n, comma, same. When n is an element in the set of integers, we're done. We're at 9:30. Let's finish strong. So here, I'm going to bring 2 sine theta to that side with subtraction. I'm going to add 1 to that side. So now I have 2 sine theta on this side. And add 1 equals 2. Divide by 2, I have sine theta equals 1. So where is sine equal to 1? At pi over 2. And if I need all answers, plus 2 pi n, where n is an element in the set of integers. Done. 10 minutes, 12 seconds. I'll take it. All right, so that's the end of that page. So we just did 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We just did 6 examples. Questions, comments, concerns, requests, put it in the comment section below. If you're able to keep up and you think you know what's going on, I would redo these questions again without looking in 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 24 hours, whatever. If you're happy and you know it, you're smart, thumbs it up. If not, thumbs down. And that's all for now. Bye-bye.